Let's go ahead and mute that. Put it on low, because it's actually kind of... YouTube, I told you that I started... Are you not going to display the stream? There. Hey, for fuck's sake. That's not how it is. Let's see. Whoops. Let go of our L1 a little too fast. I still haven't gotten this one down. That's the first time I've gotten that perfect. I got a message held for review. Sure, I'll show that. Why not? Why not? Let's see if I can get this one down perfect. Nope. The only song that I haven't done perfect. Nope. This one's... for some reason I cannot do this one. I still... I'm trying to play songs. How can I turn off? I can add moderator, like, I can't turn off the thing where it's held for review. There we go. That's not the song I wanted. Nope. I can't get this one down for some reason. This is my favorite song in the game, though. You know, it's not cheating if it's included. It's not cheating if it's included. But I did get We All Live Together down. It put me in the wrong scale. Can you put me in the right scale? Botanic minor. Yes, please. Why did it put me in minor again? It's not the right one. Put me in minor. It does this every so often where it puts me in the wrong key and won't let me go back in the right key. Or the right scale, rather. Wrong song. Close enough. That's how I usually perform on that one. Whenever the R2s come around, that's when I get screwed up in that one. Anyways, I was waiting for Brittany to join, but apparently... Suppose... it'd be alright if I go in and start. So anyways, using Haro today with the Furix and the Prana Prime. The Orthos Prime is here, but I don't really use melees with Haro. I don't want to stay in his ability screen for too long because it scares me. But we have Condemn, which you already know all of his abilities. But you can see that I have increased, on my build on him, I have increased every single, well, except for my efficiency. My efficiency is low, but I've increased every single other thing. And that's because Haru doesn't need efficiency. And I've upgraded my Prime Flow a little bit. Yep. Brittany, you can uncensor Michael because you have mod. But we got ourselves our Thurible, Penitence, Condemn, and Covenant, all of which are obviously religious. And that's why I named the stream using the power of the Holy Ghost in Warframe. Did uncensor that. Brittany, I said I was going to show you my my personal quarters next time I streamed. So I already told you this isn't new. I've already had these paintings here because I have no other place to put them. I did get, however, I got my aquarium. I got some fish in it. I need to get some Fortuna fish in there though. Because the reason that Fox censorship got censored is because the censor didn't like it. Michael's saying fuck to it. Anyways, I completed my Iotine sculpture collection, and I moved them down here. They were up on this ledge, but I can't put them on this ledge anymore because of the aquarium. So move them down here. I actually think they look better down here. And I got the full 8 of them now. I moved my Vitus Essence up there. That's where my Pedestal Prime used to be, but I moved my Pedestal Prime down here and slapped my Mesa on there using the Stradivar. Oh. I can't, there's no ability to let Mike say that stuff. So Brittany, you're just gonna have to uncensor him. Or you can let me do it if you don't feel like it, but I'm gonna be playing the game, so you know. This is my main YouTube account. Oh, it's from a random generator. So I got 2 poppers down here. Unlike Michael, I don't have 10 of the Sunny poppers. I got my Rel instruments, my Oricon T set, and obviously Borrow. Suda on the wall. Michael, I know you're complaining about your Suda things, so I suggest if you want to make it actually look kind of cool, you can put it on your wall like that and make it pretty nice. Yeah, I got my Vitus Essence up here. I didn't realize that Vitus Essence was this large. Either that or they just made a really large version of it. Obviously the Inaros vase, and then a statue of the Oculus with a picture of the Lotus and a bunch of Prime frames, except for they have Ember Prime, Frost Prime, Nova Prime, and then just regular old Ivara. I don't know why they didn't put like another Prime frame, because this drawing was before Ivara Prime was a thing. But I don't understand why they didn't just put like another Prime frame in there. But you know what? more power to him, I guess. I got Obsidian Excalibur, Obsidian Ivora, Dex Excalibur, and then I don't actually know what Excalibur this is, but he just kind of looks cool. I think it might be Prisma Excalibur. No, that's not Prisma Excalibur. I have more. I think I only have one Dex Excalibur, but I have more Obsidian Excaliburs and I have more Obsidian Ivoras. You guys can't get the Obsidian stuff because it's PS exclusive, obviously. But, decorate. Yeah, and then I have one more of these that I actually need to trade in. I have two more Obsidian Excaliburs. The thing is, why do I need to put down all three of them? I don't. So I don't. I don't know. I might put these up in my somewhere else. But I have my Wolf Noggle. I don't have an Arlo Noggle, which I'm kind of sad about. But I didn't play during the Emissary, so I didn't get the Arlo Noggle. However, I did get Arlo's Light, which I think looks pretty cool too. I do have the Emissary emblem, along with the Wolf emblem. I haven't gotten the Glassmaker emblem yet, because it's not on sale right now. I would have bought it if it was on sale, but it's not right now. And I have, obviously, Arbiters of Hexus emblem, or medallion, and my Arbiter dude with a scene of Venus in the background. I don't. At least Michael. At least the Vermix or the Vamix are easy to, hunt though. They're easier they're the easiest out of the three main, three most common. Whatchamacallits. So I would demonstrate his abilities in Simulacrum, but the thing is, I don't have Simulacrum yet. Unfortunately. So I'm just going to show them in an actual mission. Ooh, that's tempting. Fragor damage. My Fragor's a nightmare right now. It's so good. What do I need to do? Well, I need how from Borrow. I only have I have a few decorations from Borrow. I just prefer to keep all my stuff in my orbiter, or in my personal quarters. I have these. I have another Suda thing, and then I have these two trinkets from Borrow. I just got these a couple days ago. Obviously, I have the Borrow Noggle, and then I have Pedestal Prime. Also, this Retreation sculpture. If you want to get that, Michael, it's actually pretty cool looking. I don't know if you already have one or not. I have one thing outside your personal quarters. It's the tiny Warframe statue. I was thinking about putting that somewhere else. So this is Haru's deluxe skin. Makes him look pretty cool. Basic Haru actually looks pretty nice. This is Basic Haru. He looks pretty cool too. Although I want to get, if I ever use Basic Haru, I want this helmet for him. Honestly, Haru is one of the few Warframes that I actually like their Grax skin. Like, his Grax skin legitimately looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever get it though. I might. But Haru's deluxe skin makes him like mostly see-through. And he has a beating heart in there too, but you can't see it from the front. That's fine. I don't blame you. Although I want to get a good Ciandana for him, but I don't have any good Ciandanas. At least not to put on him. Like, that one wouldn't be bad if it wasn't for the eye. I wish this Ciandana didn't have an eye on it. Because I would use this Ciandana on a lot more frames if it didn't have the blasted eye on it. It's so creepy. I don't like it. This one is interesting. It's Gaza's one. 2020, Tenacon 2020 Ciandana doesn't look bad on him, I suppose, but I'm not here for that. Let's go do everyone's favorite defense mission, Hydron, and not do the Suda thing for it. So I'm currently using Horo's augment mod named Warding Thurible. He has 3 augment mods. His final is really his augment mod for his final is pretty good. His augment mod for, well, all of his augment mods are pretty good, just depending on what you really want to do with them. My Horo, I mostly use the Thurible ability, so obviously I got the augment mod for his Thurible. And it's called Warding Thurible, like I said, and what it does is enemy or allies within turning my headset down real quick. And allies within 30 meters, which is my the range of my Thurible. So allies within the range of Thurible, 30 meters for me, have a 40% damage reduction. However, you can upgrade that with augment mods, or not augment mods, or ability strength mods. And so right now, the max you can get out of it is 90% damage reduction. Mine is at 80% damage reduction, and that's because my strength is not as high as it possibly could be. So that's fine because I'm not really. My strength is at 202%, which that's pretty high, to be honest, and it's high. It's as high as I can get it right now. If I upgraded my blind rage, I can get it higher, but yeah, it's whatever. But Warding Thurible also, the Thurible ability increases, so you can see it's draining my energy there, but I'm getting energy per kill over there, so now every enemy I kill, I'll get 21 energy. And for headshots, it'll give me probably about 104 energy, because it's quadrupled on headshots. But the thing is, with Warding Thurible, wow, there are no enemies for me to kill though, so I think I just, I'm not gonna get energy. Also, allies within my range, which you could see the line over there move along with me. That is my Thurible range. I'm actually really glad they display that, because it allows me to position myself where my allies are so they can get my full energy too. And whenever I have my Thurible out, every time I take damage, it also increases my my energy per kill. So normally it just takes away from my energy, and the longer I hold it out, it increases. It still does that, but it also increases whenever I get hit. Meaning, when enemies damage me while I have my Thurible out, not only do they not do pretty much any damage to me, but they also give me more energy. So you really want to position yourself in front of a bunch of enemies if you can, with your Thurible out, so you can get that sweet energy and use it to its maximum potential. Using Warding Thurible, I got up to 60 energy per kill, which is way more than you probably would ever need, especially using Haro. But it's really good for energy-heavy frames like Excalibur. or other frames who use energy for exalted weapons, such as Mesa. It's actually really good for Mesa. It's good for Excalibur, but it's probably better for Mesa, because it trains her exalted weapon, drains her energy stupid fast. And it doesn't work for Baruch though, however, because Baruch does not use energy for his exalted weapon. However, he does use energy for all of his other abilities that you need to spam, so it's pretty good for that. You can see I'm getting about 100 energy right there for headshots. So his first ability, Condemn. You can see that I changed that guy in place, which makes it really easy to do this. Boom, headshot. And once I build the Nell, we have a Valbon on our team. Yeah. Wow, he's using the Penta. What a lad. The primed one next. Primed what? Oh, Prime Contingency. Is the mod I told you about. Prime Contingency, I've only seen Baro have it twice in my time playing Warframe. Why is it making that noise? My Furox does not normally make that noise. Okay, so did it give me my Furox back? So anyways, my Furox doesn't normally make this noise, but I guess it's okay that it's making the noise. I don't really care. Don't say that. I'm just saying that it's not. He doesn't have that mod very often, so the likelihood that he's gonna have it, I don't think is good. I'm just saying. I'm sure Michael can pull up the statistics for Baro having it, but I don't know if they're good. So you can see that the Furex has a charge up time and shoots automatically when charged, just like the Opticore Vandal and the Opticore. It is more akin to the Opticore Vandal than it is actually the Opticore, though, as it is a higher status chance, higher critical chance, higher critical damage, and faster fire rate, but significantly less damage. So it's kind of like if you mixed the it's like the middle point between the Opticore and the wow, that is not what I wanted to do. It's the middle point between the Opticore and the Opticore Vandal. Where's my Furex? Oh, there it is. Fuck's sake, sometimes you think you pick it up and you don't pick it up. So obviously, it can be used normally as a beam weapon, but you can also throw it down, which tethers enemies in place. If I can find a good place for a bunch of enemies. It tethers enemies in place, and it pulls them. Here's a good example. If I can pick it up. Where did it go? Okay, this is my only gripe with the Furex. Sometimes I pick it up and it doesn't actually give it back to my inventory, so I have to wait for it to automatically come back to my inventory. That's fine, however, though, because I have to use the Piranha Prime, which I'm pretty competent with, and are also really good sidearms, so you know. If you wait for a second, yep, our Furex is back. It does that every so often. It's kind of annoying, but it's really whatever. I mostly use my secondary a lot as Haru anyways. So you can see it tethered that guy and pulled him in towards the Furex itself. This is really good for using CC abilities, such as Haru's Condemn, which is really good for Haru's Condemn because it changes enemies in place, obviously, but whenever you hit an enemy with it and chain an enemy with it, it increases your shields. It gives you shields back. And I'll try to find... So you see that I was at 990 shields right there, but now I'm at 100. Or, not 100, 1,000 and something. And I believe it gives me... Yeah, you can see I got a crap ton of energy, or shields from that. And this is really good for Haro's second ability that I'm getting around to. I don't know why my Pyrrhus is making that noise. I don't think it normally makes that blast noise. I'm pretty sure it sounds more like the Opticore when it fires, but... Maybe you guys haven't been paying attention while listening to it. Well, to be fair, most of the time I have the game muted, so...
Hold up. Detecting glass resonance. It's
So if you chain those two guys together, never mind, they're dead before I even got it. One other issue with Haro is you can't have allies that kill everything too fast, because if they do, then you can't do a lot of your stuff. Same thing with Nidus. Nidus, you have to, and Anaros. Nidus, Anaros, and Haro all require you, to, you know, fuck around with your enemies a little bit before you kill them. You don't kill them outright. So if you have friends like Equinox on your team, or Limbo, who just a nuke maps, or Saren for that matter, like, you can't use a lot of your abilities. So I'll throw that there, collect them all, boom, use that. Now my shields are really high up. I can use Penitence. So my Penitence has the duration of 100 right now. And the Penitence, it is affected by how much... The duration is affected by how many shields you have, because it sacrifices your shields and gives you lifesteal. And the lifesteal, I think it's 10% lifesteal. And it's not just for you, but I think for your allies also, and it is affected by your affinity range, so allies within 50 meters of me. And obviously you can't increase your affinity range outside of the Vazarin school, I think Michael told me. So my allies don't get lifesteal, but energy that I get, or life that I get from my lifesteal, goes to them also. So it's pretty good at keeping you alive. Granted that I don't know how it displays how much health I steal underneath my reticle, but it hasn't been displaying that, so maybe I'm not sure why that isn't proccing. Maybe it's only on. Is it only on headshots? No. So I'm hitting these guys in the head. There we go. That one procced. I don't know what causes it to proc and not proc. Well, Michael also said that he was possibly he was farming Fortuna stuff, so he's probably busy doing a bounty or something like that. Oh, come on. And, you know, as much as I wouldn't doubt that he fell asleep while doing a Fortuna bounty, I hope he didn't. Garuda. If I had Garuda's parts, I would build her, but the thing is, don't have all of her parts, and I'm not that interested in getting them. I got Atlas Prime's rarest parts, and I have so many blueprints to get, or parts to get his blueprint. I have his chassis and his systems blueprint right now, and I have the ability to get his actual blueprint itself and his neuroptics pretty easily. So, like, I'm debating whether or not to get Atlas. Like, he's not, I don't really think I'd use him that much, but, you know, I mean, if anything, I could sell the Atlas Prime set. That's what I think I might do. I currently have 2 copies of the Hilderin chassis, and I'm kind of sad because, like, I've only fought the Explorer Orb twice. Who else do we have? Yeah, we have a Necros and a Neza. Also, all that ticking you hear, that is my Ferox. I am 90% sure it ticks whenever it hits something, and I'm not holding it. which is a little annoying, but you know. Here's my Horror at max. My Covenant at max. The only ability I had not shown yet is Covenant, and I will wait. Oh, come on, my Furex is... How did it get stuck? How did it get down there? Oh, my lord. How in the world? Okay, it looks like I'm using Piranha Prime for a hot second until it comes back to my hand. That's... Is it still stuck on the bottom, or is it... Oh, no, it was returned to my hand. I thought I was gonna have to jump back down there and hit the top of the platform to get my plastic Furex back. You get Pro T from the quest. Yeah, I'm curious to see. I haven't looked at her abilities or anything. She looks pretty cool, though. Anyways, I will use Covenant now, so all my allies are invincible. And I am also invincible for quite a while. And you see that I'm getting damage. Damage prevented up there. Damage prevented, hell yeah. Damage prevented is turned into critical chance. Boom. See that red crit? Boom, red crit. See this knocks? Not anymore. Oh, there we go. That's what I like to see. Nice, nice. So now you have witnessed firsthand the absolute wonders that I was gonna headshot that guy, man, and he killed him. Hey, this one's mine. This one's mine. I want to show off my Furex one more time. There we go. Man, the red crits for days. I want to get a Furex augment mod. They're pretty, or not augment mod, Riven, but they're pretty expensive. This is hands down my new favorite setup. Haro Furex Piranha Prime is hands down my favorite thing.
Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
Yeah.
Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back.
Siandana. I pronounce it Siandana. However, when watching the dev stream, they don't pronounce it Siandana. I forget how they pronounce it. They call it like Siedna or something like that. It's so weird. Siandana, and that seems right to me. You need to get a new phone because your battery dies way too quickly. I was mainly doing the stream to show off Haro, and I think I competently showed off Haro. Also, Brittany, if you were wanting to, oh, is that not your phone? Okay. You said your phone's at 20. I mean, yeah, it's fair. So if you want to, if you wanted to draw my Haro, Brittany, I can go to Captura, so you can like screen cap him or something. Because yeah. So, here's my Haro. I get some good lighting on him too. Scene light down. Brightness up on that. Rim light. Turn the rim light down. Fill light up. Rotation. Head on, please. There you go. I'm actually gonna screen cap that too, because that looks really cool. With the moon in the background. So if you want to, if you wanted to draw my Haro or anything, or draw his helmet or something, here you go. and get you some different angles if you want. For some inspiration. And I'm assuming you can screenshot it, so I don't have to take pictures of them via my phone. It's certainly probably better quality if you just screenshot them. Oh, I can, if I do this, I can take a picture of him unarmed, if you want a picture of him unarmed. Because normally you can't do that in Captura, but I know how to. You have to have a spear gun, though. So if you don't have any other weapon but a spear gun, fuck that. Boom, I'm unarmed. So I know I actually can now do Captura while unarmed. So, there you go, you can take a picture of him unarmed. I will not move the camera. So tell me when you're ready for the next shot. So if you ever want to get a Captura with your Warframe unarmed, build a spear gun and just toss it off the edge. Like just throw it. And then here I'll get one of his back. I'll let you look at his the back of his head real quick, because it's actually indented. You can see there. You can also see the back of his crown thing, his halo looking area. And his hands. Get a nice look at his feet. His feet actually are separated. Because why not? So he has like toes right there. Actually, no, they are connected. He just has a chunk out of his foot missing. Okay. You can see he has like, good parts. And then there's his heart, which you can't see the heart from the front. You normally can, but I have a chest piece, so you can't see it. And then, yeah, so should have gotten some good shots at that. Yeah, you can now know how to make your Warframe unarmed in Captura. So if you learned anything from this stream, it is that. Furix is having a grand old time just minding its own business over here. I wonder what happens if I toss it off the edge. Bye. Oh no. Oh, it just comes back to me. Okay. That was funny though. I just wish it kept falling. I could probably throw it down in the water though. Screw myself that way. Oh yeah, it does work in the water. Oh, because I can walk down here. I want to throw it down deeper in the water. I'm just gonna let you say that you can crack rocks like that, but you can't. Fun fact. So if there's anything you wanted to, I haven't been streaming for that long. Streaming for about 40 minutes now, just about. Get my primaries back on. Although I do want to show you real quick. If Haro has a dual pistol equipped, he has a pretty neat animation. And this is actually why I named the stream this. Here it is, here it is. Yeah, there we go. Haro straight up makes a cross out of his pistols and uses the power of Christ to compel. So working on stuff with Sophia, that's fine. Whoa, and he makes daggers float, that's pretty cool. Actually, it's a pretty cool animation holding them too. Yeah, there's a reason I named the stream that. Haru just...
Orders has been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
Because it is. Haru, he uses the power of Christ. He is the priest Warframe. He's the Pope Frame. Everyone jokes about him being the Pope Frame. It's because he is the Pope Frame. Like, look at this. Look at his helmet and tell me if it isn't... Look at his normal helmet. Oh shoot, I don't have the normal helmet on anything. He's the Pope Frame. Look at it. His helmet, his hat. His helmet is so tall you can't even see it in the arsenal. He is the Pope Frame. It's too big to fit on the screen. I don't know why he's a huge chin though. It's got a pharaoh thing. And I do want to get his this helmet for him. So I think it looks better. Which actually, Nora is selling that one right now, and I might buy it.
Please return.
I might buy it. I can't right now though. But I actually really like his helmet. Well, I know it's not like a chin. It's supposed to be like, I'm assuming it's supposed to be like a Egyptian pharaoh type deal. But I was saying it's his chin because, you know, it's on his chin, and his head is like one mass. And he has a chin on this one too. You just can't see it that well. You can kind of see it there. It's not as wild though. Actually, this is probably one of my favorite skins out of the entire game. Like, at first, I wasn't know how I felt about it, and then I was like, you know, I actually really like this. And I really like the spear gun skin, too. The Fearox, this is what the Fearox looks normally. It's kinda ugly, to be honest. It is quite legitimately a railgun on a stick. But I think the spear gun skin looks really cool, and obviously you can slap that on the Scourge, because the skin is meant to go on the Scourge, but you know, fuck the Scourge when you have the Fearox. Because I had the Scourge myself, and it's honestly not that good. What was I looking for in here? I don't know, I forget. But let me see if I can slap anything on him, because he just reached max rank. So I should have like a 7. Okay. I do want to form him one more time, because I opened up this, I'm probably gonna put another, Vazarin polarity on him for Blind Rage or Intensify to put on. However, I could slap something in there right now anyways. Question is, what do I want to put in there? I can't really put anything too good in there, to be honest. Vigilante Pursuit. Critical chance from critical weapons. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. It's 5% to enhance critical hits from primary weapons. That's not like stupidly good, but that's pretty good. Plus, enemy radar is pretty nice to have. And I have more vigilante mods. Vigilante Vigor. This one isn't terrible either for Haro. Question is, what do I want to swap out for it? This one gives another 5% chance to enhance critical hits from weapons. Ooh. I'm thinking this might be a good call for him, because Oro relies pretty heavily on pulls pretty heavily from critical hits. I could get rid of wording Thurible, but I like it too much. Let's look at what other vigilante mods there are. Also, this Haro skin is like, yo, what if we had a skin, but like most of him was gone, and then they pulled this because he doesn't have the inside of his. He has a brain. That's his brain right there, pulsating and moving around. But he doesn't have a skull. He has a rib cage, no stomach, no forearms, no shins. He has thighs, but he doesn't have shins or calves. And he has a heart. And that's it. Is there a section for Beast, Robotic? So we have a section for Beast and Robotic. Is there a set or a thing for sets? Excellent. No, okay. Let's just go in all, sort by name. Oh, I'm not really gonna stream much more. I'm probably just gonna stream. I'm just gonna figure out what mods I have in this set. The Vigilante set. Where's it at? Vigilante. I only have those two.
Your collection of mods is impressive.
So I actually might be interested in getting more of the Vigilante mods. So I'm just gonna fiddle around with my Haro build, and if you ever want to get Haro yourself, let me tell you. I'll tell you where to get them. So I know for a fact everyone and their brother has Haro chassis. However, Haro systems come from defection missions. I would suggest, if you're getting the systems and not worried about getting anything else, do this mission on Saturn. If you are worried about getting both Haro systems and Ash systems, do this mission on Neptune, Ursa. So that is Caracal on Saturn and Ursa on Neptune. It comes from rotation C, meaning you have to do 8 squads for it to drop. It is a 2% chance to drop from every single rotation, but a 11% chance to drop from C specifically, so you're probably going to get it from C. His neuroptics drop from... where's it at? Kuva Fortress. His neuroptics drop from this mission right here, Pago. It is a spy mission on the Kuva Fortress. It only drops from the C pool also, meaning you'll have to get every single data. You'll have to extract all the data, all 3 of them for the C pool. And it has a, I think 13% chance to drop from there. It took me about 7 tries for Pago, and I think probably about 7 also for Caracal. So Haro is not that hard to get, in my opinion. It sounds a lot worse than it actually is to get him. I highly suggest getting him. I've shown you his powers. I've shown you his power, which is pretty vast. And so I'm going to show you my build real quick, that if you ever want to get Haro yourself, you can replicate. So I have this build. I also have a second build on Config B that I haven't finished, except I'm going to scrap that one because, you know, I don't really care that much. It wasn't that good to begin with. You can also swap out Energy Siphon for Corrosive Projection. I personally like having Energy Siphon on him more, but Corrosive Projection is also... actually, Corrosive Projection is probably better. When you're leveling him up, use Energy Siphon, but when you actually have him fully leveled, use Corrosive Projection. You can also use sprint boost or sprint boost if you really want, or speed holster if you're into that thing for some reason. But I want to try out. So obviously we need this. There's some stuff you have to have. You need this. I know you don't have prime continuity, but you have continuity. Wait, no, you don't have continuity. Get continuity. And you need to flow or prime flow. I know my prime flow isn't max. You can make fun of me all you want. I'm just too poor and don't really care that much. Auger message is not needed. However, I was just using it because of the 80% energy spent on abilities is converted into shields. Haro is a very shield heavy frame, and because of that I was just using Auger Message, only both for the ability duration, which is very important for Haro. For every single one of his abilities you need duration, but also for the energy conversion, because you use a lot of abilities with Haro. Haro is probably the most ability heavy frame that I've used. So all that's transferred into shields. And Haro's passive is that his overshield, which is when your shields are purple. I'm sure you know what overshields are, but his overshield cap is doubled, meaning you can have upwards of. My Haro personally can have upwards of 3,000, even a little more than. I think my max is about 3,340 overshields. So that's why you want that, is because you can get yourself to get your shields back really fast and easily. Because also shields are used for penitence. But I'm here to try out. Let's see. It's in X list. Where is it at? Vigilante. V. Where's it at? I'm pretty sure I have them. Where are they located? Vigilant, here they are. Why wasn't it? Okay, I wasn't seeing that. Enemy radar is actually, I would say, is probably good on Haro, because of the fact that Haro needs to condemn a lot of enemies, and also if you use Warding Thurible, you need to find a big pool of enemies to stand around to get your, and both Penitence and Covenant, you want to stand around a bunch of enemies. So having enemy radar is pretty good, because you can see enemies on your radar, meaning you can track them down easier. Vigilante Vigor, we got 10% chance to enhance criticals from primary weapons. I want to get that up more. I want to find more vigilante mods. I'll have to look up the other ones in this set. I'm assuming you get them from Eidolon bounties, Plains of Eidolon bounties. Vigor is pretty good on him if you want to use Vigor. I don't, though. I'm not going to worry about using Stretch on this build, although my normal build does have Stretch on it. I do want to use, however, Blind Rage. You don't really need that much efficiency. As long as your efficiency isn't below 60, I would suggest you can use Blind Rage. Because you get a lot of energy back from Haro. Probably, what else do I have on this build? Okay. Intensify and Warding Thurible. So if we get Intensify on here, and what am I replacing? Okay, I'm replacing Stretch. That's right. Intensify and Warding Thurible. If you don't have Warding Thurible, don't worry about it. You just put a. I would suggest if you don't have Warding Thurible, then put. Which I know you probably don't have Warding Thurible because you need to be max rank with either the Arbiters of Hexus or the Red Veil. A good alternative for Warding Thurible would probably be Speed Drift. If you don't have speed drift, streamline. Speed drift and then streamline would be the two mods that I would suggest using if you are unable to obtain warding thurible. But I want to upgrade these a little bit. I can't upgrade them too much though because I'm poor. Oh, they're not that expensive. I'll don't worry about me. I'll make sure to get myself some money from the index soon. I'll level that up that much. So plus 15 energy enemy radar. So yeah, I'll try this build out later and tell you how it goes.